Hey everyone, it's Xander, and welcome to a Rocksmith 2014 review. Since I did Rocksmith last year, I figured I'd do the updated version now. Couple of notes before I get going. One is this is more of a demonstration than a review. Here's the review in a nutshell. If you want to know if Rocksmith works, it does. It doesn't matter if you're doing the 2014 edition or the very first one that came out. If you're actually playing on software or the game, whatever you want to call it, some people get uppity if you call it a game or if you call it learning software. I don't care. If you're messing around on this stuff and if you're regularly playing songs, it'll help. Alright? It will help. The other note is that 2014 is definitely better than the first Rocksmith that came out. The first Rocksmith, it was a step forward. It was a needed step in kind of reinvigorating teaching guitar lessons and using games as a medium to educate people. But it did a lot of unnecessary things. It had a lot of stuff that people didn't use. It locked you out of content. It basically said, okay, so we're going to let you play fun songs instead of doing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star for your first song. But you can't use the tones, you can't customize your guitar, you can't customize what our built-in tuner sounds like. You can't do anything until you play this crap first. Oh, the Guitarcade. Most of those were locked down until you did the technique challenges. Basically, it tried to be fun, but it was also really restrictive at the same time. You don't have that problem in this one. So, I'm just going to start this up now, and we'll take a look at what our opening screen looks like. Also, I don't think I mentioned this yet, you don't have to have played Rocksmith to do the 2014 version. And there is a way to import all of your Rocksmith songs into 2014. It automatically imported my DLC. I probably just need to store all of my Rocksmith songs on my Xbox to get that imported as well. I haven't messed with it. I don't really care about it right now. So let's take a look at our opening menu. Blah blah blah, connecting, yada yada yada. This is also hooked up with Uplay. You might want to get a Uplay account. I don't have one. It hasn't really affected me.
2014.
I was talking over him, but you could probably hear the new announcer voice. The announcer is a lot more enthusiastic this time around. He tries to be less soothing and more energized. So this is our starting screen. As you can see, gloriously, no career mode. None of that bullcrap. Instead, what we do have are lessons. Which, if there's a lesson for one of these things, it's got the little pick icon by it with the R on it.
Session mode.
And then it'll show your, why did I say lessons? Missions. As you can see, it lists my current missions in session mode. We'll be getting into that later. Missions are basically the replacement for career mode, and they're simple stuff. The stuff you're going to do anyways, like play a song for the first time. Get a certain accuracy on a song at whatever difficulty you're at on it. In session mode, try to play this scale, try to play that scale, play a scale in this root, things like that. Lessons, check out various lessons. I'll be getting into it. Let's just start with the first basic thing, and that's learn a song. And it wouldn't be me if I didn't pick a Green Day song first. This is probably the one that I've mastered the best. So, let's get to it. As you can see, I'm using a different guitar this time. This is actually my own. Last year was my dad's. And, I might as well just select this. You can see how far along I am progressed on this. All these little bars at the top, I will explain in a bit. And I might as well explain this right now. I can just, by default selected to play the song. And then I can scroll down here and do these optional things as well. Some of them don't refresh anymore because I've already done it. Raise your mastery to such and such, review a chord lesson. Riff repeat the solo. Riff repeater is something I'll be talking in great detail about. For now though, we're just doing this. And then, there's a technique guide. This shows you all techniques that are associated with the song. Guitarcade School if you want to do the Guitarcade games. And then Score Attack, which is basically game mode for this. It's basically turns Rocksmith into Guitar Hero with a real guitar. You're still expected to have a certain mastery. You're still expected to... I should really be having my face on screen while I'm explaining this, but whatever. it'll play the entire song and you're expected to keep up with it. If you fail the song, you failed score attack, it flunks you out. It's the only time that it really does that to you, because it's intended to be a game by that point. Alright, so let's just start American Idiot. As you can see, the tuner. Two notes about the tuner. One, it will only check your tuning at the very beginning of a song. Also, I'm going to be muting the camera whenever I actually start playing this. That was a soft plug. The other problem is, tuner is super sensitive, and it may be a problem with my my pickups, because these are just the standard built-in pickups. It may be a problem with real-tone cables, since this is a year old, maybe the cable's crap. But if I don't have my volume cranked all the way up to 10, it doesn't hear a damn thing. And like I said, it's super sensitive because they have a lot of songs in different tones now. So you'll be playing in E standard, you'll be playing in E flat standard, you'll be playing in drop D, all these different settings. So the tuner is a lot more sensitive, and it makes shifting to different tones a bit of a pain in the ass. Fortunately, if it's just doing a tone check, it registers everything pretty easily. Let's do this. Okay, so believe it or not, that actually increased my overall score. I talked over the guy again, whatever. Alright, so the bars at the top, let me explain this. Everything in purple means it's giving me the hardest difficulty.
now and then, you might want to practice a chord outside of a song. Then when it shows up, you're ready for it. Check out the chord book to see if there are any chords that need some special attention.
For once, I didn't talk over him. As you can see, he sounds a little bit more enthusiastic. His voice doesn't drag. It's not quite as monotone. It's a lot more understandable lessons. Anyways, as you can see, you unlock little cosmetic effects. And it gives me a new mission, play one new song. So, looking at this, let me explain these little markings at the top here. Anything in purple means it's giving me the hardest difficulty setting. I'm at 100% on that. It doesn't mean I'm playing it 100% perfectly. As you saw, there were a lot of missed notes there when I started off, and even throughout the main chorus. But it means the game recognizes that I know the song well enough that it can give me everything. Now, the sections that are in orange and then the dark gray black, those obviously are things I haven't mastered. Orange is where I'm currently at in terms of difficulty, and then the black part is what the maximum is. So you can kind of judge how far I'm. Like the wider orange bar at the end there, I don't know why I'm pointing at the screen. You're not going to be able to see it. Anyways, the orange bar basically means that I'm over 75% of the way there. I'm mastering that section. While all the other little ones, it's obviously the solo. And that is probably 30% of the way there. And that's when I actually managed to hit stuff. And that's range for each of those little specific parts of the solo. So we're going to jump back into the song. We're not going to play the full thing though, because now I'm going to explain riff repeater to you. At any point during the song, press B. This is the riff repeater menu. Riff repeater was in the first game. I didn't mess around with it much. It wasn't emphasized a whole lot, and it was kind of crap. Riff repeater, I'm pretty sure, got a very heavy overhaul this time around. And as you can see, I can pick what sections I want to play. I can select multiple sections if I want to, which is just crazy. Just use the top shoulder buttons to move back and forth. Also, you can see master modes listed there. I'll explain that in just a second. For now, we're going to go over to a section that I don't know, and that is the beginning of the solo, alright? And the way this works is I can set the difficulty right now, I almost called that perfectly, 35% difficulty. And the speed it'll give me is at 100. Let's just say this was a very complicated phrase. Let's say that the difficulty was up higher, he was throwing a lot of notes at me, and I wasn't really registering everything I was playing. I could turn this difficulty way down. I find it ridiculous I can take it down to 1% of the full speed. But we're going to leave it at 100. And we're going to be doing difficulty at 35. Difficulty repetitions. I actually don't know what that is. Level up is an automatic thing. Whenever you nail a section, you can increase your difficulty on it. I think difficulty repetitions is how much it boosts the difficulty. Speed repetitions is the same way. It accelerates on. Auto continue is on. Error tolerance. This is how many times can you screw up a section, and Riff Repeater will just go, he knows it, he just missed the note. I have it set on low, which allows me one error. I can put it up to medium or I can put it up to high, and I'm afraid to see what those will allow me to get away with. So we're going to keep it up low. Master mode. Once you know a phrase of a song just that damn well, and you just keep nailing it at 100%, it eventually turns on master mode if you have it selected. What master mode does is, you kind of saw it earlier, it starts to fade out the notes. It says, okay, you know the song, let's see if you can play it without the visual reference. Let's see if you just know the timing for the song. And then view previous mistakes. I'm not sure how that works. I know it keeps track of how many times I screw up stuff. It'll tell me how many notes I miss. So that's enough babbling about this. Let's actually start Riff Repeater on the game of solo here. So it says I missed 3 notes. I need to nail at least 2 of those before I move on. Now it says I missed none, so it levels me up. Also, watch the bars at the top and how they change. Two notes, and not quite passing yet. Now if I want to, I can slow this down to really recognize what it's giving, but I know most of them. And then I screwed up even more, of course. Still passing me, so whatever. Two notes missed. And just doing this over and over again, even at 100%, you start to get an idea of it. Like I finally figured out I'm going between 8 and 6 on that slide. You can see me shaking my head right now. I'm sliding too far, that's the problem. Finally, now notice how it's not only leveling up the phrase I'm currently playing, but the rest of the song. Holy shit, first try. That was luck. Not gonna lie, that was luck. let's say I'm tired of practicing this little section. Let's just say, hypothetically, that I know the entire thing. I can put this up to 100 and try it from there. I'll probably fail it miserably, but I can try it. It lets you do this. And also notice how I changed difficulty here. It's affecting other sections as well. And you just press B again to jump back into it. Now, the score is going to be all screwed up because I only did a little bit of it, but that should boost my mastery overall.
Not bad performance.
Or not. Alright, so that's enough of learning songs for now. Hold on, here. Alright. Also, you can sort these things by... Right now I have it sorted on tuning. And I'll sort by source, owned... what? Favorites. That I would do this one, except it's in a different tuning, and I don't feel like messing with it. Artist, year, difficulty, by mastery, that obviously will change based on how you're doing. Like all these songs, because I haven't mastered any of them, it's telling me, hey, you need to focus on these. Easiest damn song right here. By length, by recommended, by count, by tuning. I'll just got it all. What the hell is by owned? I'm assuming that says owned. I don't know. I can't say by owned. I'm going to read that on the damn computer and then it's going to make sense. Alright, anyways, we're getting out of that for now. Session mode is going to be the next thing that I show off, and then I'm probably going to cut the video right here. It's going to be a multi-part review. There's no way I can get all this content in one video. So next part we'll be looking at session mode.